Explode to Glory. Further back, Fresno Canyon, then Zulu Sun on the inside of Riocchi. 1 and a bit to Decoy Boy. 3 parts Trebador. 1 Cavallo Rosso and a neck to Beacon. Down the back, 1,400 metres left to go, and Adrenaline bowling along on the bit, and the pace is true. Led by 1 3/4. Second, Champagne Spring. Rhabarber third, the rails. Billy Be Cool fourth, and Delta Dancers now hustle forward 3 deep on the outside. 2 lengths away, then came Spy Key on the inside of Paris Century. 2 lengths away, Bright Forest going okay midfield. Then Explode to Glory. Another length and a half then to Fresno Canyon, followed by Zulu Sun, Riocchi, Trebador, Decoy Boy and Beacon. And last of all is Cavallo Rosso. They're down the side, 800 metres from home. Adrenaline the leader. Delta Dance going up to put the pressure on him. Rhabarber slipped through into third. Champagne Spring fourth. Billy Be Cool is fifth. 2 lengths away, then came Spy Key on the inside of Paris Century. Bright Forest is about to be called upon for the effort. Then Explode to Glory, Fresno Canyon, Riocchi, Zulu Sun, Trebador, Decoy Boy, Beacon, Cavallo Rosso. On the turn, 450 to go. Adrenaline just in front of Delta Dance. Rhabarber coming to the outside from Champagne Spring. Billy Be Cool pulled out. So too Bright Forest, followed by Spy Key and Paris Century. Well on the straight, and Rhabarber sprinted up on the outside. Went to the lead from Adrenaline. And then Champagne Spring, Delta Dance, Billy Be Cool and Bright Forest. But Rhabarber shot away with 100 metres left to go. Billy Be Cool went to second, then Champagne Spring, but it's all Rhabarber. And Rhabarber in the run of the post is going to win by a big space. Billy Be Cool second, Champagne Spring third, fourth Zulu Sun from Fresno Canyon. Bright Forest didn't run home today from Decoy Boy, Trebador, Delta Dance, Adrenaline, followed by Riocchi, Explode to Glory, Spy Key, Beacon, Cavallo Rosso, and last home was Paris Century.
So Rhabarber gets the prize at 19.86.35. 17 will get second, Billy Be Cool. This will be a good trifecta. And 2 Champagne Spring, 2.15. It'll be 11, 17 and a 2. Now at Ascot, they're all set with the favourite Brave Buck number 1. Here's race 3. Here's Darren.
All set now. Brave Buck is the public elect. NASA Pride lashing out at the back of the gates. Late money Brave Buck. Racing, bit of luck from the inside, beat out Cosy, Fortunes well. NASA Pride coming across, Rippling Echo and Sea Moss, and no one anxious to lead. In behind them, Deadbolt, Half Your Luck, Victory Morn pulling his way forward on settling from Nightlike, and then Brave Buck. Wide out in the orange colours, Stylish Mahal. Oakover on the fence from Strike Swiftly, and 2 lengths to Phoenix Eyes. They're only cantering as they head out of the home straight and go up onto the Matheson Road side of the track. Harvey sitting out 3 horses off the fence with bit of luck through the 1800 crossing. Led almost 2 lengths, Fortunes well. NASA Pride 1.5 to Rippling Echo, fourth fighting for rain. Sea Moss trapped out on a limb, 3 and 4 deep. On the rail, Cosy next in between horses, Nightlike. In the lime green cap, Victory Morn back on the fence, Oakover from Brave Buck settling in the back half with Half Your Luck. Over on the inside to Strike Swiftly, then the grey Deadbolt, 3 deep on the 1400 turn, Stylish Mahal, and 3 lengths away last is Phoenix Eyes. A bit more speed now as they work into the back, 1300 from the judge. Harvey has been left in front with bit of luck in the White Shadow Roll, leads the way by a length and a half on NASA Pride. Fortunes well tugging on the fence. A length away then Rippling Echo settling a bit better here in the middle part. 1.5 further back to Sea Moss, and there goes Victory Morn and Stylish Mahal together. They're starting to swoop around the outside as they bunch up. Harvey's put the brakes on them at the 1,000 metres mark. Over on the inside, Cosy was able to extricate off the rail from Sea Moss. Half Your Luck. They're followed by Strike Swiftly. This has been rather run topsy-turvy, and then Nightlike on the fence. Then came Oakover. Taking off his Brave Buck, and forget about Phoenix Eyes. Something appeared to be amiss with him as they go down the riverside of the course, and by the 600 metres mark, Stylish Mahal's grabbed the lead from Rippling Echo. 3/4 to Deadbolt, which has made a lightning move, and wider out is Strike Swiftly. NASA Pride getting held up on the fence from Victory Morn, and there's the favourite going around them. Brave Buck, he's going up 4 and 5 wide now as they pack on the turn, and then Half Your Luck, Victory Morn, Cosy, Fortunes well. Bit of luck behind them, look to be gone as they straighten up, and Brave Buck, given his head, has swept up on the outside to grab Rippling Echo. Then Strike Swiftly back behind them, NASA Pride, but Brave Buck set sailed and bounded clear. 150 to go. He's 3 in front of Strike Swiftly. Bit of luck is coming again, but Brave Buck's in no danger. Getting a little bit tied close to home. Bit of luck again, charging late, but Brave Buck was too good. Brave Buck beat Bit of Luck. Strike Swiftly ran third from on the outside, Cosy, and they were followed home then by NASA Pride, Rippling Echo, Victory Morn. Fortunes well next in ahead of Oakover, and a break to Deadbolt. Half Your Luck, Sea Moss, Nightlike, Stylish Mahal. He was amongst the last ones home, and once pulled up in the home straight, Phoenix Eyes.
So number 1, Brave Buck, good performance with the top weight, 280 and 150. 7, Bit of Luck, 220, and 4, Strike Swiftly, 490 on the 3rd at Ascot. Let's update the Caulfield Cup, and there is Tie the Knot. Shane Dyer aboard and is showing at $4 at the moment. Faithful Sons into $9.50, 61 count Shivers. Tie the Knot now $4 and is the favourite. Yippee-Yi-Yo, who's just behind Tie the Knot there with the white and purple colours. Jimmy Cassidy aboard, $6.50. Markham 69. Darazari at 16. Fairform at 39. Aerosmith now $4.50 is the strong second pick. Look at that crowd at Caulfield. They are packed in. Torfin's Melody at 55. The Hind at 20s. And then to 38, It's All in Fun. Number 12, Champagne, steady at 15. Jezebel is at 32. 14, On Air at 59. Pursuits 19. 16, Vitronite at 26. 17, Von Ann 97. And 18, Lisa's Game at 49. The Caulfield Cup is 5 minutes away. And we'll be back right after this break for the running of the big one on Sky Race Day.
Coonabarabran Jockey Club is proud to present their big Coonabarabran Cup meeting Monday, October 26. There'll be race day promotions galore, plenty of things to do for the whole family, and Sky Channel's Hilton Donaldson will be live trackside. Plus, racing excitement aplenty with the Carlton Coonabarabran Cup, including a great support program and the Western Triple Crown Trainers Bonus. So come and race with the stars, October 26 at Coonabarabran.
There they are on the way to the start for the running of the Caulfield Cup, Group 1. A lot of prize money at stake. The winner gets $825,000 trophies, and second's worth 240 grand, third 120 grand, and fourth 65,000, fifth 50,000. So there's a lot of money up for grabs here. Randwick, Forest 1 and 1 brilliantly. Number 1, 330-140. Over 8, Gale Warning 180, 3 to the music at 180. Quinella to 10.40 and the 183 trifecta. $71.10 on race 5 at Randwick. Previous at Eagle Farm, 11, Rhubarber paid $19.80 and $6.35. 17, Billy Be Cool, $7.35. 2, Champagne Spring, $2.15. Quinella, $232. The 11-17-2 trifecta. $7,350 on race 6 at Eagle Farm. Previous at Ascot, and 1 Brave Buck got the prize, $280, $150. 7 Bit of Luck, $220, and 4 Strike Swiftly, $5 even. The Quinella, $980, and the 174 trifecta, $162.30 on race 3 at Ascot. That is the scene at Caulfield as the runners are heading to the barrier for the running of the Caulfield Cup for 1998. 940 Faithful Sons, 62 Count Shivers. Tie the Knot at $4 is the favourite for the Cup. Yippee-Yi-Yo at $6.60. Markham at $70s. Darazari at $15. Fairform at $39. Number 8 is Aerosmith, $4.60. Torfin's Melody, $56. 10, The Hind at $20s. Then further over to It's All in Fun, $39. 12, Champagne is at 15. 13, Jezebel at 32. 14, On Air, 59. 15, Pursuits at 18. Vitronite, 26. Von Ann, 98. Lisa's Game, 50. That's the updater with 2 minutes to go before the running of the Caulfield Cup. We'll be back right after this break for the big one on Sky Race Day.
Talent, speed with attitude to match. Sunday, November 1, Sky Ringside gives you Naz. Live and exclusive from Atlantic City, Prince Naseem Hamed defends his WBO featherweight championship against Wayne McCulloch. But be warned, he's licensed to thrill. Naz, Sunday, November 1, live and exclusive on Sky Ringside. It's a knockout.
There's the favourite for the Caulfield Cup, Tie the Knot, and Shane Dyer aboard, and he's tumbled into 390 now. It's the fave over Aerosmith at 460. Now Faithful Son at 940, Count Shivers 64. Tie the Knot at 390 is the favourite. Yippee-Yi-Yo at 660. It's been well supported throughout. Markham 71, Darazari at 15. Their form at 39. Aerosmith the strong second elect at 460. Torfin's Melody the import at 56. The Hind at 20 to 1. Then over to It's All in Fun at 40. Champagne's been steady all the way at 15. Jezebel at 32. On Air 60. 15 Pursuits into 17. Vitronite 26. Von Ann now at 101. And Lisa's Game at 51. So the strong favourite is Tie the Knot over Aerosmith for the running of the Caulfield Cup. It's right on start time. They'll start putting them away. That import, Faithful Son, of course. A lot of interest in his performance. Damien Oliver will ride, of course, is into 9:30 now. Tie the Knot at 390 just before they go. Yippee-Yi-Yo is 660. So it's the third pick in the race, and Aerosmith at 460. Darazari, little support there at 15s. So they're just making some adjustments to Aerosmith there, it looks like. And we'll be going to Greg Schuller. Let's just have a look over the page here. This Pursuit's a little money for it too at 17. Yeah, that is Aerosmith. Very windy still at Caulfield, the Foster's Caulfield Cup. It is the big one of the day as we take you to Caulfield now, and Greg Miles.
Right, Chris, thank you. They're moving into the gates. Moving up for the Foster's Caulfield Cup. And the Hind was first locked away down in gate number 1. The Cup taken to another dimension with the first imported horse to run in the race. Faithful Son takes the 2-stall. Jezebel goes in. Tie the Knot's going to run the clear favourite on track. But they haven't forgot to back Aerosmith. It's a very, very solid second elect. Faithful Son at around double each way is the third line of betting. And there's been a little money for Yippee-Yi-Yo, just under double figures now. Some late money for the Hind, 20s to about 16 to 1. Now Tie the Knot's moved in. Pursuits has gone up. Yippee-Yi-Yo set a little wider out in company with Markham. Fair Forms locked into the gates. Here's the mare Von Ann coming up into her position. Count Shivers lining up in a Caulfield Cup for the 4th time. Goes in next to Fair Form. Big crowd on hand here. One of the biggest in recent times. Aerosmith has gone in. Oh, Tie the Knot getting quite agitated down in gate 4. He's settled again, and there'll be an attendant in with him in just a moment. Now Lisa's Game coming up to her place. One of the toughest races on the calendar to win. Virtually a 1.5 mile sprint. No place for the faint-hearted in the Caulfield Cup. It's All in Fun ready. Not far away from a start. Darazari, who has a gate 1 from the outside, goes in. Oh, Fair Form has played up very badly in the stalls here. She sat down on her haunches for a moment. On Air's gone up into the gates. This wind is no doubt upsetting a few of the horses, and she was down on her backside for a couple of moments. Now Fair Form backed out of line, and the vet will no doubt run the rule over her. She did rear and then sat down on her haunches for a moment, and she's trotting around behind the line now. to ensure that she's free enough in her action and well enough to take her place in the gates. The others stand in well. Tie the Knot, who was a little agitated earlier, is standing up very nicely in gate 4. Faithful Son, one of the best middle distance horses in Europe, lining up for his first try over this sort of distance in gate number 2. Now Fair Form behind the line. Let's see what's going to happen here. Opie Bosson is down there with the vets as they inspect her. This would be a tough moment for the officials. She's a 33-to-1 chance. Concern here for the hind. Oh yes, look, she's got a little gash there. I doubt they'd let her run, would they, with that sort of injury? We've always learnt it's, oh, he's so disappointed. Opie Bosson shaking the head. It appears that she's going to be a withdrawal. To have come so far and to have it taken from you like that would be so deflating for the Connections, but I don't think they're going to run her. And a long delay. Damien Oliver's taken the weight off Faithful Son down on the inside. Now the jockeys remaining in their saddles. Fair Form has sustained a small gash on her near hind leg. She's being led away, and it would appear that she's going to be a late withdrawal. Here's the call coming through now. Hello, yes. 404 Vets Advice. Thank you. Please note Fair Form has been a late withdrawal at 404 on Vets Advice. Fair Form, a late scratching, 404 on Vets Advice. Bookmakers, please rule a line, and a betting announcement will follow the running of the Cup. And now they're all in. Oliver hasn't yet climbed back aboard, and a forlorn Opie Bosson stands adjacent to the stalls with Fair Form, the late scratching. Now the starter goes to the platform, addresses the field, and they're ready. All set, racing. Tie the Knot began well, the favourite down towards the inside. Aerosmith was away fast. Yippee-Yo-Yo drops in behind them with Markham. Away fast, Champagne, and here's On Air from the outside gate. She has crossed the field with blistering pace, and in a breeze, On Air led Darazari, who got a beautiful cart across to the inside. Jezebel third on the rails, being followed by Vitronite. Lisa's Game a little wide, turning out of the straight. Just behind them, Torfin's Melody. Oh, Aerosmith about 4 wide, fighting Greg Childs at the moment. Faithful Son just inside him, and Champagne's on the fence, and then the hind Tie the Knot a length and a half away. Next is Von Ann going up outside pursuits. Yippee-Yo-Yo, Count Chivers, Markham, and It's All in Fun as last of all. But Ray Cochran has taken Torfan's Melody the lead at the 1600, and it's Torfan's Melody 2 lengths in front of On Air, 2 lengths to Darazari. Then Lisa's Game on the outside of Jezebel. 1 further back is Vitronite. 1 Champagne, Faithful Son. Aerosmith has caught out 3 wide, 1400 to go. 3 lengths to hind, followed by Yippee-Yo-Yo. Tie the Knot next. A length and a half pursuits, and Von Ann well back in the field then is Markham over between horses. It's All in Fun getting up along the inside, and Count Chivers is last on the outer. 1100 metres to go. Torfan's Melody the leader, about 2.5 in front of On Air. A length and a half to Lisa's Game. 1 to Jezebel, 1 to Darazari. 2 lengths to Aerosmith, moving up outside Vitronite, and Champagne on the rail. 2 lengths to Faithful Son, who's 3 deep around the outside of Tie the Knot and Yippee-Yo-Yo. A length behind, followed by Pursuits. It's All in Fun, Von Ann, and Count Chivers towards the end of the field in company with Markham on the rail. Down the side, Torfan's Melody, the leader, coming after it now as they come along the side. Lisa's Game and On Air in the centre, and they lead by 2 lengths to Jezebel, and next Darazari on the outside from Vitronite. Aerosmith back behind them, Champagne on the rail, and then came the hind. Tie the Knot's got a bit of work to do coming towards the turn. He's down on the inside of Faithful Son, and then Pursuits, and It's All in Fun. Lisa's Game and Torfan's Melody come to the turn in front. Champagne getting up on the rail. Darazari wider out. Jezebel putting herself in the picture. Tie the Knot is threading through the field. Lisa's Game has taken the lead from Torfan's Melody. Champagne on the rail, and then Tie the Knot and Darazari. Lisa's Game, Torfan's Melody getting tight on the inside. Champagne flattens, so is Jezebel. Torfan's Melody, Lisa's Game, and Tie the Knot is flying. Torfan's Melody in front, though. Torfan's Melody has beaten Lisa's Game. Tie the Knot third in a very rough Caulfield Cup. Then Faithful Son just behind the place getters from Darazari. Next to finish was Jezebel. In behind them, it's all in fun. Aerosmith. They were trailed then by Champagne, who got flattened in the run. Yippee-I-Yo next. Vitronite towards the end in company with Pursuits. Count Shivers, the Hind, and Von Ann, and one more, Markham. And On Air was back behind it, last to finish. The English galloper Torfan's Melody has won the Caulfield Cup, ridden by Ray Cochrane. Number 9, Torfan's Melody, ridden by Ray Cochrane, trained by Lady Harries. An 8-year-old has taken it out. Second has gone to Lisa's Game, ridden by Aaron Spiteri. And third place has gone to Tie the Knot, ridden by Shane Dye. Official placings in Foster's Caulfield Cup are 9, 18 and 3. Faithful Son has run 4th, and 5th was Darazari. So the imports have been to the fore.
Around them, Exalted Miss Lithium's going to settle back off the pace as My Modest reaches the lead. Certainly goes past Lithium, their centre field, and further back to Stormy Jim, Blue Sun the inside with Iteram, and last of all is King Ida. Along the far straight they travel, and My Modest takes them to the 1,000-metre turn by a neck over Exalted Miss. The rider trying to settle the leader. 2 lengths away, third Akibono, fourth the inside Tambin Lad, but My Modest wants to race. Now further back behind them in 5th spot, Brother Mayer travelled okay from Lithium down on the inside. There's another one outside of it, and that's certainly 1.5 to King Ida, improving around Blue Sun, Stormy Jim the centre, and the top of Iteram is at the tail of the field. They're down the side now, racing to the 650, and the leader was My Modest, held together by a length over Exalted Miss. They've got away, 3 in front of the Tambin Lad and Akibono together, 1.5 away Brother Mayer. They're about to run into this headwind. In fact, the wind has actually changed. It's more a crosswind at the moment. Back behind Brother Mayer, certainly over on the inside Lithium, then King Ida, Blue Sun, then Stormy Jim, who's a fair way off them, and Iteram is last of all. In the straight, My Modest, the leader from Exalted Miss. Tambin Lad comes at the pair of them. Akibono, the others are struggling at the moment. Lithium and Brother Mayer, then certainly Stormy Jim leaving its run late down the centre, but Tambin Lad's race to the lead, and Tambin Lad's going to wind this off nicely. Tambin Lad scores by about 1.5 lengths. My Modest held on for second. Third, I think Akibono just marginally in front of Lithium. Exalted Miss, Brother Mayer, certainly. Back behind those then came King Ida, followed by Stormy Jim, who never really got into the race. Further back then, Blue Sun, and Iteram was always near the tail.
So across the line, Tambin Lad gets the prize, 8:22.40. Photo second and third. Now, there's no correct weight at Caulfield, as the couple of the jockeys are wanting to have a look at the head-on shot, the steward's film of the finish of the Cup. There was interference in the straight. Here we go back to Caulfield, and we see them coming around the home turn. Now, the winner is in front, Torfan's Melody. Jezebel was just behind this at this stage, as we see them coming around the home turn. Now, Tie the Knot, you can see in the middle of the field there, Shane Dye poking up. He's one off the fence in the red colours with a white hat and starting to get through the field. But this, shortly after turning from home, is where the interference starts happening. Now, there is a protest, and I can tell you that it's 6th versus 1st. So it's this is where Torfan's Melody starts running in. As you can see, this is where the interference happens. Torfan's Melody is running right in at the moment, and that's Jezebel in the darker colours. Now you'll see it happen here, and Chris Muntz has to stand up in the irons. It nearly goes over the fence, doesn't it, Jezebel? And straightened up.
Right, Hickey Picker, Shaskay 3 wide. 4 deep as they go out of the straightest. Jack and Archie from Praise Indeed. They were followed by Subway, and Perpetual Check dropped out to the tail. Past the 2,000 metres mark, and the front runner now is Bridal Man. He's skipping around the outside to go up on the outside of Party Bell and run to the front. Ken's Court third, 1 man out, reefing and tearing fourth. Harmonia the Grey fifth, then Lucky Bear. Simone a bit better than centre field on the inside of Indianapolis. He's a Dane the centre. Back on the inside, Pescadero. Shaskay, 1 away from the fence. He's back in about 6th last position from Hickey Picker. 2 lengths, Jack and Archie, Praise Indeed. They were followed by Subway, and Perpetual Check whipped them in. 15 lengths first to last as they race up towards the 1400, and Cooksley had taken Bridal Man to a clear lead. The St Ledger winner, he leads the way by 2 lengths on Ken's Court. A length away, Party Bell, and Harmonia is 4th. 1 man out is pulling very hard on the inside of Lucky Bear. Indianapolis covering ground around He's a Dane. Simone centre field defence. 2 lengths away, Shaskay. He's on the outside of Pescadero. 2 lengths to Hickey Picker, Jack and Archie, Praise Indeed, Perpetual Check, and Subway. Coming off the back, 9.50 to go. And the front runner is Bridal Man, running along at a good clip too. He led by 2 lengths on Ken's Court. A length away, Party Bell and the Grey Harmonia. And they've raced away by 3 lengths on Lucky Bear. Then Indianapolis, 1 man out on the fence. Simone is in traffic, being passed by He's a Dane, and Shaskay starting to improve around the outside. 2 lengths away is Pescadero, Jack and Archie. Perpetual Check, Praise Indeed is deep on the track from Hickey Picker, and 2 lengths to Subway on the final bend. 500 metres to run. Bridal Man given a cut with the whip, turns in front. Ken's Court ranging up alongside of him. 3 lengths away, Harmonia. Coming to the outside, running on Lucky Bear, and Shaskay and Simone coming with their runs together from He's a Dane. On top of the rise, 300 to go, and Ken's Court had moved to the front from Bridal Man. Shaskay under the grandstand coming home, and here's Bart's Boy. Perpetual Check on the outside. Perpetual Check went to them as if they were glued to the fence and shot to the lead. He's a Dane ran to second from Shaskay, but it's Perpetual Check's cup. Another one for Bart. Races home to win. 3 lengths to He's a Dane and Shaskay. Then Ken's Court, Simone, Lucky Bear. They were followed by Praise Indeed, Jack and Archie. Then further back in the field, a Bridal Man, Pescadero, Harmonia, Indianapolis, Hickey Picker, 1 man out. Party Bell and Subway was last of all. He's too good, Bart, isn't he? Freshened the horse up, gave him a run the other day over 2,000 to get him readied for this. When he loomed up after covering ground, just needed the run the other day.
In one day, lying in the depths of your imagination.
First there was Jim, then Bart,
And from the inside, Samar began pretty well. One's missed it. False Appeal came out 4 or 5 lengths behind them and is quickly going after the field. But in doing so, sets itself a big task. And French Oak was one of the early leaders, quickly headed by Beau Kazza. Going with Audrey and close handy to those now. Brave Deed runs up to be 3rd. Back to about 4th behind those then came Scarred, moving up on the outside of French Oak. There's another one caught wide around the outside. G. Neal going on with it 3 deep as they go to the 800 onto the side. High Royale outside of Charleston Gold just shading her on the rail. Then further back in the field behind those, Seymour getting back in the field with Dominique Charm. Direct Attack sneaks off wide around those. Queen of Mars and False Appeal's done a good job to catch up. 600 metres out before the home turn, and the leader is Beau Kazza from on the outside, Genial. Audrey back behind them on the inside. Brave Deed the centre. Scarred is wider, and up and around them French Oak. They were followed then by High Royale being popped a question. Charleston's Gold got a lot of horse flesh in front of her. They were followed by Skimmer back with Dominique Charm. Scarred, Direct Attacks, fairway back off them. Then Seymour, False Appeal and Queen of Mars, but at the 200, Beau Kazza still the leader. Brave Deed, High Royale down the outside coming late. Beau Kazza still in front. High Royale and Brave Deed try to get to Beau Kazza. Beau Kazza just in front. High Royale and Brave Deed. Oh, goodness me. Beau Kazza, Brave Deed, High Royale in that order away from the rail, and I'm not sure about any of this. Back behind those then came getting out late Charleston Gold, and on the inside Skimmer, Dominique Charm. Wide out False Appeal was a fair effort. Then came Janelle from Audrey, followed by Seymour back there with French Oak. Direct Attack, never put in a shot in the straight. Wider out in the track, Queen of Mars, and one of the last in was Scarred. This is a ripper of a finish. Gee whiz, really good finish this. High Royale.
And they're almost set. In fact, they are. Let's go to Greg.
Ready to go. Razor Blade, the short favourite. All clear, 1400. Off they go. Skyrocket began well, out quickly too was Greeting after taking a dive at the gates. It did begin all right. Zalinda was up there and Razorblade pushing on. Chow Baby prominent. Cornwall Queen from the outside is working across them now, and Cornwall Queen ran to the lead by 2 lengths. Zalinda outside Skyrocket. Razorblade the favourite settling fourth on the outside of Chow Baby. Wonder Sash, Camino Rose, Wonder Chippy's Daughter. Greeting over on the inside rail about the middle of the field. Canny Anna is around her as the leader shot right away. Cornwall Queen well back past midfield is staging, followed then by Our Scenario, Our Dynamic Lady on the rails, Will Fly and Chili's at the 700 metres now, and Cornwall Queen had opened up a lead of at least 6 or 7 lengths to Skyrocket. 3 lengths Zalinda third on the outside, and then Chow Baby, Razorblade, Wonder Sash, Chippy's Daughter hard ridden to make some ground. They're followed by Camino Rose, Greeting over on the inside, then Our Scenario, followed by Canny Anna staging, Our Dynamic Lady spotting them a long start, Will Fly and Chili's. Cornwall Queen, she's gone to the outside, she's lead, but she's stopping a little, putting in the fairy-like one. She turns into the straight, the leader from Skyrocket. Chow Baby on the outside. Razorblade is starting to come home with a rush. Razorblade has raced up. Camino Rose going with her. Chow Baby the fence and running on Our Scenario and Our Dynamic Lady. Camino Rose has sprinted to the lead. Razorblade found nothing, and Camino Rose, despite a betting drift, wins it by 2 lengths. Canny Anna second. Third Razorblade from Our Scenario. Chili's staging and Chow Baby. Sash just behind them, and then Will Fly. They were followed by Our Dynamic Lady. They were trailed in by Zalinda, and then came Greeting, Chippy's Daughter, Skyrocket, and Cornwall Queen, after leading at a dazzling pace, dropped out to finish last. Camino Rose, ridden by Eddie Wilkinson, has finished the better to win the race in the time of 1:20.
Blue Blood inside of Bonfires. Yobro on the fence, a halfback Mars King, 2 lengths Lord Gargantor, Blue Gum, and at the tail of the field is Regal Statesman. Coming up to the 600, no change to the order. Dance Till Dawn in charge, just over a length on Step Dancer. Zayela cutting the breeze 3 wide, a length away Irish Air. They were followed by Deep Snip starting to improve, 2 lengths away Bonfires right behind him. Blue Blood is on the inside. They were followed by Mars King coming deep, and then came Blue Gum, Lord Gargantor, Yobro and Regal Statesman on top of the rise. Step Dancers moved up on the outside of Dance Till Dawn, Zayela, and now Deep Snip putting in a big claim on the outside. Irish Air nowhere to go from Mars King, and then came the favourite Bonfires. It's Deep Snip on the outside, surging to the front. Zayela the grey trying to go with Deep Snip. Deep Snip just in front is going to be a touch too good. He'll win the race. Deep Snip's won from Zayela, and Yobro flashed home to run third. They were followed next then by Bonfires. Further back in the field, Lord Gargantor, who finished right on their heels with Mars King, Blue Gum. Further back in the field, Dance Till Dawn, then Step Dance. They were followed by Irish Air, Blue Blood and Regal Statesman last home.
2 lengths away, Bonshore. It's the horse racing inside of Criticise. 2 to Cards is on the inside, and Shorty Bay on its outside at the rear. 700 to go, and Kind Halo.
Off they go. Siegester, the favourite, began well down on the inside ahead of Bolter. Out quickly Sir Macwin. Hurricane Storms jump well. Prime Address is going forward. Now just easing back a little. There's a good deal of pace on here with Babetto coming across from the outside as well. And Vitaman settling about 7th or 8th on the outside. By the 1600, Prince Standan has gone to the lead now. Prince Standan about a length. Hurricane Storm and Babetto the outside. Siegester is 4th. Prime Address 5th on the outside, and then a half to Bolter. 2 lengths to Vitaman, followed by Yangtze River. Behind them, Brilliant Poet and Sir Macwin. Half a length to Sports Circuit. Murph and Knightly Sword next out wider, followed by Cyrenelg, and River Rider is at the back of the field, climbing the hill near the 1200. Prince Standan by 1 length, Babetto. A length away, Hurricane Storm, followed by Prime Address. A length and a half to Siegester, a half to Bolter. 3 lengths further back in the field is Vitaman racing outside Yangtze River. Then a length to Knightly Sword, followed by Sir Macwin and Brilliant Poet together. 2 lengths to River Rider. Murph and Sports Circuit, and now Cyrenel Glass going past 1,000 metres onto the railway side, and Prince Standan about a neck in front of Babetto. Hurricane Storm tucked in third, and Prime Address is now on its outside and going forward at the 800 metres. They're being followed by Siegester between horses, and Bolter putting himself in the picture out wider. Vitaman getting closer to the leaders, and then Knightly Sword. They're followed by Yangtze River ridden along on the inside, and back behind them River Rider going past the 600 metres. Murph sneaking through on the inside from Brilliant Poet. Sir Macwin a long way back coming towards the turn, followed by Sirinelgan, Sports Circuit. Babetto drove into the lead, took a neck advantage over Prince Dandan. Prime Address is still there. They're followed by Boulder and then Hurricane Storm, followed by Sea Jester, who's hard ridden. Babetto and Prince Dandan trying to kick back at the 2 leaders down to the 200, clear of Hurricane Storm, Prime Address and Boulder from Sea Jester. It's Babetto and Prince Dandan locked together, 150 to go. Prime Address running home fairly well. Babetto ahead in front of Prince Dandan, Prime Address. Babetto just the leader from Prince Dandan, Prime Address. Babetto took the last by a neck, Prince Dandan, and a neck to Prime Address. Next, Boulder, River Rider making some ground. Sea Jester one battered the last bit with Hurricane Storm. A break, Yangtze River and Sports Circuit, followed then by back behind these was Knightly Sword and Brilliant Poet. Sir Macwin never came into play. Then Murph and Sirinelgan. Vitaman dropped out to finish one of the last over the line. Babetto has won the last. After
For the one, it's the favourite. Bullburn 520, 690 Gemtree Gypsy, 770 Arctic Gannet.